Good day, dear learners and teachers. I am Reverie Vargas, a junior high school mathematics teacher. In this video, we will explore on how we can use Classwiz calculator in solving systems of linear equations. The examples and steps to be discussed in this presentation are also indicated in the Casio book on solving system of linear equation. The Casio emulator is a great tool for teachers to simulate the process of learning and computation in class. In this lesson, we will be exploring on menu A, equation function mode, as we learn and teach solving systems of linear equation with Casio Classwiz. Let's have an example. Let's solve the system of equation x minus 2y equals 5 and negative x plus 3y equals 7. First, let's go to menu A, equation function mode. To go there, let's press menu followed by negative sign. Press 1 for simultaneous equation and press 2 for the number of unknowns since there are two unknown variables in the given system. Then, input the numerical coefficient and constant term. Make sure that the equations are in standard form. For the first equation, we input 1, followed by equal sign, negative 2, followed by equal sign, and 5, followed by equal sign. For the second equation, let's input negative 1, equal sign, 3, equal sign, and 7, equal sign. Then press equal and the value of x will appear, which is, the value of x is 29. Then press equal sign again and the value of y will appear. In this case, the value of y is 12. So the value of x is 29 and the value of y is 12. Let's have another example. This time, let's solve the system of equation 2x minus y equals 4 and 8x minus 12y equals 40. First, let's go to menu A, equation function mode, and to go there, let's press menu followed by negative sign. Press 1 for simultaneous equation and press 2 for the number of unknowns since there are two unknown variables in the given system. Then, let's input the numerical coefficient and the constant term. Make sure that the equations are in standard form. For the first equation, we input 2 followed by equal sign, negative 1, followed by equal sign, and 4, followed by equal sign. For the second equation, we input 8, followed by equal sign, negative 12, followed by equal sign, and 40, followed by equal sign. Then press equal sign, and the value of x will appear, which in this case is 1/2. Press equal sign for the second time and the value of y will appear, which in this case is negative 3. Let's have our third example. Solve for the system of equation by graphing. Let's graph 2x plus 3y equals 31 and 4x plus 5y equals 55. First, let's go to menu A, equation function mode, and to go there, let's press menu followed by negative sign. Let's press 1 for simultaneous equation and press 2 for the number of unknowns since there are two unknown variables in the given system. Then, input the numerical coefficients and constant term. Make sure the equations are in standard form. For the first equation, we input 2 followed by the equal sign, 3 followed by the equal sign, and 31 followed by the equal sign. This time, for the second equation, we input 4 followed by the equal sign, 5 equal sign, and 55 equal sign. Since we already have the system in place, then we press equals, and the value of x will appear, which in this case is 5. Let's click on equal sign, and this time the value of y will appear, and the value is 7. For our students and teachers who has this Casio emulator, to graph the system of equation, we press Shift Option. A QR code will appear. We click on the QR code, and it will direct us to Casio Edu Plus with a graph of the system of linear equation. Make sure that we are online when we do this process. And for our student and teachers who has the actual calculator, we must have the Casio Edu Plus app in our phone. We can scan the QR code using our phone with Casio Edu Plus app, and it will direct you to the graph of the function. Let's have our last example. Let's solve the system of equation by graphing. The system is 4x equals 12y plus 40 and 3x equals 9y plus 30. First, let's go to menu A, equation function mode, and to go there, we press menu followed by the negative sign. Press 1 for simultaneous equation, and press 2 for the number of unknowns since there are 2 unknown variables in the given system. Then input the numerical coefficients and constant term. Make sure that the equations are in standard form, which in this case is not. So we write 4x equals 12y plus 40 as 4x minus 12y equals 40, and 3x equals 9y plus 30 as 3x minus 9y equals 30. For the first equation, let's input 4, then negative 12, and 40. Make sure that after every input, you click on equal sign. For the second equation, we input 3, negative 9, and 30. Again, make sure that for every input, you press equal sign after. Then press equal sign, and the answer shows infinite solution. For the students and teacher who has this Casio emulator, to graph the system of equation, we pressed Shift Option. To view the graph of the systems of linear equation, we click on the QR code. This will direct us to Casio Edu Plus with a graph of the function. Make sure that you are online when you do this process of graphing. This time, let's solve word problems that applies and involves the use of system of linear equation. Let us look at the number problem below. The sum of the two numbers is 177. Their positive difference is 7. What are the two numbers? Let us represent the number with a higher value as x and the number with a lower value as y. From the first sentence, the sum of two numbers is 177. We will be able to represent that as x plus y equals 177. And the second statement, their positive difference is 7, will be represented as x minus y equals 7. To solve this problem using Casio Classwiz, first, let's go to menu A, equation function mode. And to go there, let's press menu followed by negative sign. Press 1 for simul equation, and and press 2 for the number of unknowns since there are 2 unknown variables in the given system. Then, let's input the numerical coefficients and constant term. Make sure that the equations are in standard form, which in this case are in the said form. For the first equation, let's input 1, 1, and 177. Make sure to press equal sign after every input. Let's key in the second equation. We input 1, -1, and 7. We click on equal sign and the value of x will appear, which in this case is 92. Press equal sign again, and the value of y is 85. Therefore, the two numbers are 85 and 92. We can also apply systems of linear equation in solution problems. A mixture of 80 ml alcohol, that is 70% alcohol, is made up of 65% and 90% alcohol. How many of each solution were mixed? Let us represent the amount of solution in alcohol A as x and the amount of solution in alcohol B as y. Looking at the amount of solution, we know that the total is 80. We will be able to represent that as x plus y equals 80. Based on the table, we know that if we mix alcohol with 65% solution with the alcohol with 90% solution, it will result to an 80 ml mixture that is 70% alcohol, which will represent the second equation, which is 0.65x plus 0.90y is equal to 0.7 times 80. To solve this problem using Casio Classwiz, first, let's go to menu A. And to go there, we click on menu, negative sign. We click on 1 simul equation, and then we press 2 for 2 unknowns. Then, let's input the numerical coefficients and the constant term. Make sure that the equations are in standard form, which in this case are in the said form. For the first equation, we input 1 and 1 and 80. Take note that you have to key in equal sign after every input. For the second equation, we input 0.65x So we key in 0.65, then 0.9, and 0.7 times 80. Then we press equal sign. And the value of x will appear, which is 64. And the value of y will appear, which is 16. Thus, there are 64 ml of 65% alcohol solution and 16 ml of 90% alcohol solution. That's it for now. We are positive that our teachers will be able to share this wonderful learning experience with our students. We hope that we brought ease in teaching the topic solving systems of linear equation using Casio Classwiz.